What's happening, my Nick family? What's going on? Yeah, man, this is still Nick fans here. This is one half. This is Ron. I'm just really excited. Tonight's game was just fantastic, and I just wanted to hop on, give like a little bit of a post game wrap up. Um, Talk about a couple things that I saw in the game that I was really excited about. Uh, I think this is uh, might be the beginning of a beautiful season for us, man. I'm on cloud nine. I can't complain. I got some of the spirits. Uh, you know, this is a fantastic moment for me because I can't believe that the Knicks came out and actually put up 125 points in the first preseason game. Now, granted, I know the defense is a little crazy right now. Even even the Chicago Bulls is out there blowing out a team by 40 points. It's some wild stuff happening right now, but I'm still really excited about what's going on, and I don't know where to start, man. It's just so much going on with this team, and the fact that we got to see pretty much what I thought we were going to see all of the young guys. I'm a little surprised. I thought we were going to see a little bit more of Deuce and Quentin Grimes, but that's okay. Well, what I did see, I was really excited about. I can't be mad at it. It turned out to be really, really something that I couldn't have predicted. Is 125. Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna. I know my Knicks. I mean, they can score some points, but I wouldn't. I wasn't expecting that. So obviously, I know it's preseason. Not get too crazy, but what you do like about the the game and the way the Knicks were moving. It's the ball movement. It's the team camaraderie, the way they were sharing the basketball, the way they seemed to be really comfortable with each other. And after the game, the post game interview, uh, you got to see Kimba talking about how they've basically been chomping at the bit. They couldn't wait to get out there and start trying some of the stuff they've been working on in practice because they've been feeling really good about the free flowing of the offense, the ball movement, obviously the spacing, all the new type of fast pace uh, perimeter three type of offense that they're running. I don't necessarily know what you call the offense. I'm sure as the season goes along, people will break it down for us, and we'll start to have an idea of exactly what they're running. But yeah, it definitely looks good. It looks really nice. I'm not mad at it at all. Um, the other thing I was really intrigued by. I knew it was going to happen because of the fact that earlier today they mentioned something about Nerlens Noel being questionable. So I knew that there was a big chance that we were going to see a lot of Jericho Sims. I actually thought Jericho was going to start, um, but you know, they went with Taj, which there's nothing wrong with that. I like the fact that Taj went out there with the starters. They seem to, obviously they already had a good camaraderie. They know their spots on the court. They knew exactly where to be, who likes what, all this stuff. So it actually it's very smart by Tibbs. It makes a lot of sense. And you don't throw. And the other thing is now after watching Jericho out there playing, you can see that maybe it makes more sense to bring him along as slowly as possible because the NBA game is a lot faster animal, and he's got to get used to the speed of the game. At times, we saw some of that summer league Jericho that we know and love. We saw the athleticism, and we were able to see that he's a big body and he gets around and he can be a presence. Now, I will say, looking at him, I noticed that maybe he wasn't as much of a presence as you would like him to be going forward. But that's going to come with time. He's got to learn how to be out there with his teammates. He's got to trust them. They've got to trust him, and he also has to learn his opponent. All five guys on the court at the same time, not just the guy he's guarding. He's got to learn the tendencies of everybody so that when switches happen or when help defense is needed and necessary, he knows who to cover and knows where to be. Because you could see that at some points he was not like a deer in headlights, but he just seemed a little slow. He seemed a little unsure. There was a couple plays where he didn't react as fast as I would like. That's one thing that I know Tibbs is not going to go for. That's like a fundamental thing. When there's a loose ball, Jericho needs to get to that loose ball. I know he may be thinking in his mind, I got to stay home because I'm the center, but not if the loose ball is somewhat in your grasp, somewhat in reach of you. You got to get out there and get that loose ball and try to keep the possession, keep that offensive possession alive, or defensive possession. Get the steal, whatever it may be. So at some points he seemed a little slow, and I think that he just was a little unsure of himself. I mean, this is his first NBA game, so this is a young guy. You got to expect some of that hesitancy and that unsureness. So I thought it was really cool to watch him go out there and basically throw caution to the wind. Hey, I'm learning on the spot. You guys need me to step up, I'm gonna do it. So I think that was pretty cool. I do like the fact that for a big, he's a pretty decent free throw shooter. He's not as good as Taj Gibson, but I think he's a better free throw shooter than Mitch. Seems to be a better free throw shooter than even Nerlens Noel, which that's not saying that much. We know Nerlens is not the greatest free throw shooter, but he seems to be not as bad as you once may thought. Some of that draft stuff kind of scares you on some of these guys that you don't know too much about. But I think Jericho he's a surprising addition, and he can definitely just continue to get better. That being said, another thing I noticed on the court was Kemba. Kemba definitely looked like he had a good feel for the NBA game. You could tell he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing out there. He feels very comfortable orchestrating the offense. He was putting guys in good positions to score and get baskets, and he was putting himself in creating good opportunities for himself to get those short mid-range jumpers. That he's automatic with those. I mean, just he seemed to be really like he didn't lose a step on the offensive end. On the defensive end, there was a little bit lacking there. There was some points where I saw that he was getting beat. His man was getting past him. And that's going to happen. We know Kemba is not the greatest defensive player. He's got some things he needs to work on that end. What I will say is that I noticed that he needs to know how to put himself in a position to steer his opponent towards his help defense. So if he's gonna get beat, say you're guarding somebody, take if the guy's on the right, take the left hand side away, so that even if he does decide to drive, he drives to your right, and you set him up so that you got the defensive help on the right hand side to cover you. There was points where he was getting beat, and the help was on the other side and couldn't get there to cover him. So that's but that's what preseason is about. And something you got to work on and get better at. But I definitely think that that's something that he needs to get a little bit better at, and it'll happen over time as people get more comfortable, as you get more comfortable with your teammates, knowing their tendencies, knowing where they're going to be, when they're playing defense, what routes they like to take, what their lanes are, what the assignments are. All that stuff will make itself relevant and prevalent to the teammates, and they'll know exactly how to handle situations when they do get beat. Um, I think uh, I think outside of that, it was pretty much typical Knicks. Um, and final score, by the way, is 125 to 104. Knicks over the Pacers. NBA preseason basketball. The Knicks are back, baby. Amari said it best, and I'm just echoing the sentiments. The Knicks are back. um, don't mind me. I'm just having a little bit of my little beverage here. Still Knicks fans after dark. um, yeah, so I mean, I think those were my biggest two takeaways. If you want to say Randall was not um, as promised, because you know how Julius is he gets very streaky sometimes. So his shot wasn't necessarily falling, it wasn't there the way you like to see, and his defense was a little lax at points. You know, on the rotations, he was a little slow, leaving guys open on the perimeter and the outside corner. They would get easy threes. And at some points in the game, he wasn't always in there, but at certain points in the game, I think CJ McCullough, was it not CJ McCollum? Um, I can't think of his name now, but I think it is McCullough, but not McCullum, not CJ. Sorry, McCullough. He was getting wide open opportunities to shoot the three, and if he's an NBA player, he's knocking them down. So it's something something you can expect. Um, I think that overall, the biggest takeaway from this game is that the Knicks are back. NBA preseason, we're here. Knicks came out. We predicted on the Still Knicks Fan show that they would win this first game. It's at the Garden. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of hype. Kimba's back in New York. So it definitely was what we could ask for and more. Then you get to see all of these guys on the team, and the Knicks look like a pretty deep basketball team. That's one thing you can see right off the bat. They've got a lot of good NBA players on this team. I like the fact that in the extensive garbage time, we got to see Kevin Knox go out there and take a couple shots and do what he needed to do to contribute to the team. That was nice. And I know that the guys on the team were probably like, yeah, let's try to feed him and get him some shots. I mean, he needs a look, because these other guys, they basically got their spots. So, yeah, I think it was a really good first preseason game. Something that as Knicks fans we can all be happy about. A victory. They looked good. They moved the ball. They put up a good amount of points. Surprisingly, was great shooting for the most part. I don't know what was the. Let me see here. Run down what the Knicks had for points. So the leading scorer of the team was Julius Randle with 20 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. You had Fournier, who looked great, by the way. I don't want to shortchange how good Fournier looked, how comfortable and confident he is in the flow of the offense. I mean, he just looks like, I mean, that guy, that's a really good pickup for the Knicks. He knows what to do, when to do it, and where to do it. Like he's a solid basketball player. Um, I like Fournier a lot. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds. He was getting to the line. He had a three. He just played solid basketball. Barrett had 17 points. Listen, I'm saying it right now. RJ Barrett is my favorite player on the team. Deuce McBride is my second favorite, and it's OB season. Okay, it's OB season all year long. OB season. All right. Kemba Walker had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Taj Gibson had 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. You had Jericho Sims with 8.6 rebounds, 2 assists. Surprisingly, I did not see this. If you watch the game, This has to be the most invisible stat line of the night. Quickly looked like he was struggling to find his shot. He was 4 for 10 for the night, but he finished with 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Okay, Quick, I see you. D Rose had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Obi Toppin had 10 points and 5 rebounds. I'm telling you guys, look, don't look away. I'm talking to you. It is Obi's season, okay? I'm telling you. 10 points and 5 rebounds in 14 minutes. That is hella productive, man. I don't know what his plus or minus is because it doesn't show right here, but I'm sure it's great. I'm telling you, you give Obi the minutes, and he's gonna make a difference. This is a different Obi. That's all I'm saying. Summer League really showed us what he can, do on the court, and I think he's confident and he feels really good about what he's worked on. And him and Quickly definitely have a nice rapport. When they're out there, they got like a nice little 1-2 game. It's nice to watch. It's exciting. Even so Knox had 4 points and 2 rebounds, and even Amir Sims had a bucket, 2 points and 1 rebound in 2 minutes. Solid game, guys. Solid game. 125 to 104. So I couldn't be happier. I'm just ecstatic about it. The only thing that I got to look at is how were the minutes. 30 minutes for Randall, 27 for Fournier, Barrett 25. Okay, Kemba 21. I guess for a preseason game, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. 21 might be a decent number. I wouldn't want more than that for a preseason game for someone like Kemba. Taj had played 21 minutes, and Jericho 25, Quickly 21, 18 for Burks, 14 for Toppin, but also 21 for Derrick Rose. So those are the ones that we want to keep an eye on. We want to see how Thibodeau manages his guys who, may be a little bit more fragile, like Kemba, like Rose, and, someone who's a little older in Taj Gibson, because we're going to need these guys. So 21 minutes for all three of them. I'm surprised. I don't know how that worked out. When they were on the court, it seemed like they were on forever, but I guess 21 minutes in a 40-minute game is that's pretty decent. So I can't really be that upset about it. So good job all around, man. So just want to say I'm totally excited and ecstatic for what's to come in this Knicks season. Still, Knick fans, we're going to keep bringing you content. We're going to try to get on a lot more, maybe pre-games, post-games. We'll have guests midweek and on our regularly scheduled days on Monday nights. And then we'll work on getting this up to par and have more graphics for you guys and be able to put up some videos on this as well. But, this is our first run at giving you a little bit more content, live content, more than we were used to posting. So hopefully you guys who can continue to tune in, and let's go Knicks, man. I'm out of here. Take care. What's up to my man, co-host John, my brother Jose? Hope you chilling out there. We did it. First game. It's down. Go Knicks. Let's go. Knick family. We'll be back. So stay tuned.